Okay, so I got a lot of shit to do, so might want to make this quick, but there was an Elric, kind of like if you're a fan of Elric and Melda Benet and you don't know this, they have done a new run on the character. I already did a video on this, talking about 3 comics, recommending it. Them. This is me recommending the 4th one. It's a bande dessinée, which is a Franco-Belgian comic, for those of you who don't know, or just a French comic. Anyway, and it's kind of like the tell, and these things are burning through some of the stories. Like it's supposed to be part of a reimagining of the Elric saga, and this time it tells. I believe it's called the original story was called the Dreaming City or something. Basically, Elric goes back to Mel de Benet, which is his homeland, where he used to be the emperor, and when he gets there, shit has gone south. It has gone so far south. It has gone past Mexico. It has gone to hell. It has gone to hell in a handbasket. So, Mexico on a bad day. Minus the Moroccans. And a bunch of other stuff that would probably get accused of hate speech if I say. Anyway, he finds... Well, actually, I shouldn't spoil this, but yeah, the place has gone to hell, basically. And it also shows him... You kind of see the ramifications of him having Stormbringer and and its connection to Arioch. Which I like, because I always heard that Arioch was this horrible piece of shit entity in the Elric world, and I suspected that from what little I knew of it, but this kind of confirmed it. Once you see what Arioch has done to the Melniboneans, and if you didn't hate him before, you will hate him now. And if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, go read the previous 3 issues. There's been... The Ruby Throne, Stormbringer, and White Wolf. And this 4th one is, which the title should say, but is called The Dreaming City. And I gotta admit, it got to me pretty fast. I ordered it one day, it showed up the next, the same day as my High Sierra movie showed up. Anyway, the art is fan-fucking-tastic. I kind of posted an image of one still from the comic a few days ago, just to talk about it a little bit without trying to give away too much. But, yeah, it's a good comic. I would say this one was more enthralling than the past art, because the thing about me is I struggle to give a shit when I'm reading, sometimes with comics. Like, there are certain comics I will spend months, years looking for. Like, it took me forever to find Star Wars The Union. I've had that for a year, maybe 2 or 1 year, and I've barely read any of it. I went back to reading 2 Star Wars comics today, and that was one of them. I'm still reading through it, but this one, once I picked it up, I read some of it the day I got it, then I finished it the day after. Once I got enough into it, I could not put it down. I found it very enthralling, I guess. I don't want to be too hyperbolic, but yeah, I like it. And this comic took forever to come out. Like, they delayed it so much. Like, a joke I like to tell is that they've aborted the release date so often. I would suspect they're looking for an endorsement from Planned Parenthood. That's the joke I like to tell sometimes. But, yeah, it took forever to release. But now it's out. And it won't be for long. And some of these things are hard to get your hands on. Like, the Ruby Throne, when I found out about it, I had to wait a year before it was available again. I have no idea if the same thing will happen with the Dreaming City, but get it while you can, if it's still available. And I look forward to the next installment, if there is one, because I remember hearing that the guys working on that said this was to be thought of as the first season of, like, a show. And, yeah, it says at the end of the comic, this ends the Melnibonean arc, I guess. Really good. I liked the writing. It was not pretentious. It was not saying words I had to look up. It was easy to understand. Art is good. It's very short. Like, I think one of the things I want to say about this is I consider this bande dessinée comic like a pulp comic, in that it's very short. There's not a lot of meat to it, or unnecessary fat. And for all you fat positivity pricks who are going to give me shit over that, bite me. But, yeah, there's not a lot of fat to it. So it's easy to follow. And I think that's all I really wanted to say on it. like I said, a good comic. If I had to rate it, or actually I stopped doing ratings. If you demanded a rating, 8.9 out of 10, or a 9. Solid 9 is as high as I go usually. I never give anything a 10. But, yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say. Good comic. If you haven't, check it out. You might enjoy it. And have a nice day. Remember, the game was rigged from the start.